This game is about being a criminal and can optionally include obscene language, discussions of sexuality, and romance. It can also deal with triggering subjects such as violence and self-harm. For full content warning, please see fictionfactorygames.com/CW. So for those of you who maybe don't know, a relentless rogue relishing risky robbery rackets. For those of you who maybe don't know, Fiction Factory Games created the Arcade Spirits visual novels, which are exceptional. Alright, let's take a look at their options because they always do amazing options. Alright, so dialogue is colorful, monotone, or inverted. You can do adjust your text speed and your auto-forward delay. You can also adjust your text font. They do use Comic Sans because it is a font that is easier for people with dyslexia to read. As you can see, they also have Open Dyslexic. Text box can be transparent or solid. The solids, like if you can't see the text, you know, it makes it easier for you. As you can see, we've got all of these options. Skip unseen text after choices transitions. We're not gonna do any of that. Hey, good to see you. I mean, I can't exactly see you, but I know you're there, and that's enough. Feels good having some company. Tonight's going to be stressful. This is a make or break moment for us. But before we dive into the deep end, we gotta do some paperwork first. I know, busy work sucks, but it's important stuff. Statement of request for gainful employment. Jane Doe, John Smith, Amanda Hugginkiss, Seymour Butts, just kidding. We're using just kidding, I'm sorry. I'm gonna leave the pronouns, but you can see they have all sorts of neo-pronouns in here for you. If they don't have one that you prefer for yourself, let them know, and they will look into that for the future. They're really good about getting pronouns in. I'm gonna leave the rest of this. Swearing, yeah. Full words, absolutely. Say romance, yes. Sexuality, yes. Okay, so my alias is going to be just kidding, pronouns she, her, and I'm okay with romance and sex. All of that sound good? Sounds good. Pleased to meet you, Miss Kidding. And pleased to meet you, too. With that out of the way, I turned in my paperwork in exchange for a "hello, my name is" sticker. Now I'm ready to mingle, ready to get some shit done. It's a gathering of criminal masterminds, all looking to hire fresh new underlings. Exactly the ticket we need into the big time. Soon, everyone will know the name of... Penny Larceny, Little Miss Steal Yo Stuff. I sneak in under cover of darkness, tear down every defense between me and my target, and get away clean. Everyone knows and fears Penny Larceny, the hottest young supervillain of this generation. Look the hell out, world. I'm coming for your stuff. Your precious, precious stuff. Yeah, I already knew all of that. We've been partners for years, remember? No introductions needed. Hottest young supervillain of her generation. Penny, we're still small-time, complete unknowns. I'm a bit fuzzy as to what I'm supposed to be doing here. Should I sit back and watch? Penny, we're small-time. Okay, so I'm exaggerating, but dress for the job you want, not the job you have. Confidence is a big part of that. If I'm going to be a major player in the mask scene, I need to believe in my own hype. We gotta get out of the hole we're in. Ultimatum threatens United Nations again. Who will save us from this terrorist threat? Confessions of the notorious villain, Mother May I. I'm not a mask and I've never wanted to be one. I've done nothing wrong and won't accept this shaming. Police chief responds to downtown bank robbery criticized by community. It's not our job to confront some underwear pervert with a ray gun, so we let the capes sort it out instead. Oh boy. It's tough making it in a world of masks and capes, villains and heroes, and I live pretty firmly outside society's rules, a mask since I was born. So the demo The demo is just gonna be kind of whatever I choose for now. Because usually in Arcade Spirits, I believe their demos actually had nothing to do with the overarching plot. It was just kind of related. Some become masks by choice, eager for power and conquest, but many are forced into it out of desperation and poverty. It's a crapsack world out there, full of haves and have-nots. Stay in society's good graces, obey and conform, or be pushed out. That's why masks have loosely banded together to support each other. Clearly no one else gives a shit about us. Oh, okay. Sweet. Hi, Two Flower. How you doing? Chat. Two Flowers, the dev. The writer, at least. Definitely. But this... Your plans, your schemes, our resources. Crimer. I love it. Oh, man. One of the support structures for the mask community is Crimer, a combination social media network and gig economy market for supervillains. On Crimer, I can work with the best of the best, elite masks who run with huge crews and multi-million-dollar operations. I've secured an invite to this Crimer event, where potential hench people can hook up with various underworld bosses. Tonight, you and I are putting Penny Larceny on the map. At least they're doing this somewhere familiar. Destructo's Bar and Grill. I've been here plenty of times. Sometimes you want to go where everybody loathes your name, and they're always mad you came. Fortunately, before I have to start figuring out an in for mingling socially, someone speaks up and the crowd hushes. Friends, your attention please. Thank you all so much for coming to our little party. We hope you'll make valuable contacts today. It does, doesn't it, Velasco? But it's nice, I really like it. I'll be directing this event on behalf of Crimer and the King in Yellow. My name is... The Matchmaker, Crimer Henchwoman. And I'm very happy to be here to aid in your villainous schemes. Wow, she's pretty stylish. Nice to see Crimer's staff looking all professional and posh and stuff. We're going to do a little thing I like to call speed dating for supervillains. A number of prominent criminal bosses will be seated at tables and potential henchpersons will move from table to table. You only get a few minutes before the bell rings and you have to move to the next table. Everyone, to your stations. Let this speed dating event commence. Okay, not what I was expecting, but hey, means I don't have to break the ice myself. A Crimer assistant directs me to my first table as the bell chimes for the round to begin. And my first villainous dream date is... a mad scientist. I mean, fair. A good 23% of masks are mad scientists, according to a recent poll in Masks Monthly. And the sticky sticker name tag on his doctor's coat reads... Mr. Mayhem, mad scientist. I love these intros. Pleased to meet you, Mr. Mayhem. I'm... Doctor. It's Dr. Mayhem. And I have the medical school student loan debt to prove it. Dr. Mayhem, in so much debt. Pronouns are he, him. Right, okay, Dr. Mayhem, got it. Just because the short-sighted fools stripped me of my doctorate doesn't make me any less of a doctor. Cowards all! My vision was simply too radical, too unorthodox for their simple minds to comprehend. Okay, exactly how radical and unorthodox are we talking here? Like, do you mean didn't fill out the paperwork radical, or mountain of human cadavers radical? What? No. I mean, I wanted to share my research in vaccines for free, and the industry wanted to profit off my work instead. Oh, that sounds like something they would strip you of your doctorate for. When I leaked a cure for a rare disease and cost them millions, the company faked an ethics incident and I lost my license. Well, Velasco, Penny Larceny will be out this year. The healthcare industry turns on greed and misery. They call me a villain when they are the true villains. One day I'll show them all. Mark my words, I will have my revenge. Okay, but like, I really do like, yeah, he's a good guy. With like murder and stuff? That kind of revenge? No, living well is the best revenge. As in, I'm going to make sure disadvantaged communities across the world live well. Because, like, fuck those greedy suits. Fuck them, that's all. No murder required. I mean, maybe a little murder? Maybe just a little? Wait, shit, you were trying to introduce yourself and I interrupted. Sorry. Who are you? I'm Penny. Penny Larceny. Pronouns are she, her. Okay, for the record, my name's actually Isaac Marquez. Why would you tell me that? You have not signed me on, my friend. Velasco, thank you very much. This is one of the villains. I only wear this ridiculous getup and use that ridiculous name because it's expected of me when dealing with masks. It's a good idea to stick to wacky made-up names. Helps with your anonymity and cuts down on paper trails. Yeah, well, I plan to have history remember my name after I cure cancer. Just to stick it in the face of all who doubted Dr. Mayhem.
Your land is doomed.
Hi, Dreamy. Thank you for the rain. Isaac Marquez, I meant Isaac. Okay, I've eaten up enough of our limited time together on this ridiculous speed date. Got any questions for me before we have to move along? What do you think? Anything we should clear up before we consider working for the good doctor? What sort of capers would he want us to pull for him? Let's avoid any major war crimes. He's clearly a talented doctor. Why the heck is he playing at being a mask? Is a hot dog a sandwich? Okay, he's a talented doctor. Why is he playing at being a mask? I know you said they took away your doctorate and screwed you over, but aren't there, like, legal means to fight that? Why put on a costume and become a supervillain? I tried to fight it in court, of course, but I lost the case and that just added legal fees on top of my loans. Well, do you believe it is a sandwich, Nicholas? Because at that point, it is a sandwich. For you. It's clear to me that the system is rigged against anyone trying to do actual good in this world. Wow, that's a little real there. I'm fighting against inequality, and the weapons for that battle are utterly lacking. I can't take apart the system with its own tools. And sadly, that means working with masks. No offense, but this isn't how I wanted things to go. Hey, I get it. Honestly, I do. Sometimes the world just deals you a losing hand, and you don't have a rich bastard's ability to take a mulligan. I promise that when working for me, we'll ultimately be doing good in this world. If that's not your thing, if you're super into the whole evil thing, well, I'm a career criminal, but I'm not some evil clout chaser. Definitely not against some do-gooding, too. Glad to hear it. And the bell rings, ending the first round of speed dating. Time to switch dance partners. I'll be in touch, Penny. Together, maybe we can put a dent in the power structures of this world. And the cowards who control us all will rue the day they spurn Dr. Mayhem! Dude, ranting. Right, sorry. Anti-mask masks are pretty rare. I wasn't expecting to meet one at a crimer gathering. Well, what do you think of the guy? I like him. You deserve to work with someone who has good intentions. I'm not a fan of his anger management issues. He's bitter and prone to outbursts, and he's pretty handsome. You think he's single? Your mom would have loved you to date a doctor? Look, Velasco, it has your option right there for you. I do like him, though. You deserve to work with someone with good intentions. Yeah, it'd be nice to play the anti-hero for a bit, and maybe he'll actually cure cancer. Fuck cancer. I hope I can work with him again. Okay, on to the next table. Oh, hello! A fresh face. Good evening to you. I am known as the Overmistress. Ruler of the Council of 12, Herald of the Many-Faceted One, Keeper of the Sanguinomicon's unknowable secret. Pronouns she, her. The Overmistress, blood cult leader. Oh my god, look at how tight. Like, just look at how, oh, look at that. Hi, Penny Larceny, henchperson for hire. Pronouns are she, her. I see, very well. You may be seated. With a shrug, I slip into the offered seat across from the elegant woman. Let us cut right to the chase. I am bored and require adventure, with capers and heists an ideal solution. Yeah, looking very respectfully. I require someone willing to dare all in my name, a skilled thief, one capable of grace and class, but unafraid to induce terror and panic if need be, in the name of achieving my goals. Become my right hand in this world, and you shall reap rewards of wealth and pleasure beyond compare. Oh! Oh! No, only the Overmistress is allowed an evil laugh. It's a matter of protocol. Oh, sorry about that. Honestly, I tire of all the pomp and circumstance and would be perfectly happy to let you to your heart's content, but... She spares a glance over her shoulder at the faceless minion working as her personal security for the night. There are standards as ruler of the Council of 12, herald of the many-faceted one, and keeper of the Sanguinomicon's unknowable secret. Are you legally obligated to use all your titles in a row like that too? A bother, truly. Such is the burden of being me. But if you can tolerate a bit of stuffiness, I assure you that you will enjoy your time working with the cult of the Many-Faceted One. We host grand social galas, masked orgies, and every third Tuesday is Taco Tuesday. Hopefully not all three at once. Oh, that's happened before. Scheduling conflict. Laundry day afterwards was an unmitigated disaster. Now then, have you any questions for the Overmistress, or shall we begin our reign of terror on this unsuspecting world? Alright, mildly concerned about this cult of the Many-Faceted One aspect. Ruler of the Council of 12. I've never heard of a Council of 12 before. Unknowable secrets? I like unknowable secrets. Let's find out what hers is. Tell me about this council? What's the Council of 12? Is that like the Circle of 9 or the Society of 7? Because those guys are jerks. You know the drill. Secret cabal of powerful individuals secretly running the world, and so on and so forth. That still doesn't narrow things down. It's honestly not that important. I couldn't name all 12 off the top of my head, even. Largely, the council runs itself, even if I'm technically the ruler. Leaves me plenty of spare time for my hobbies and interests. You don't seem super into being the Overmistress of a cult. Please, the Overmistress is too formal. Call me your Overmistress. Yes, your Overmistress. Did you mean my Overmistress? Whatever. It's cumbersome, I know, but the titles and traditions are my destiny. A seventh child of a seventh child, born and raised to be Overmistress. You seem a bit young for a matriarch. Simply how it is, I'm afraid. The prior Overmistress trained me to be her heir before passing away, leaving it all in my hands. I get titles, power, money, a book written in blood, and a number of very annoying responsibilities. Heavy is the head that wears the creepy-ass crown. And then the bell rings again. Time to move on. Oh, bother. Done already? Very well, I shall be in touch, Miss Penny Larceny, as inevitable as the blood tides that consume... Right, so like, very inevitable? Sure, why not? I think that went pretty well. What do you think? Working for her should be fun. I say we go for it. Many-faceted one is probably a scam anyway. Still not super jazzed about the world-eating monster cult part of this. Sexually open and confident woman with the world at her beautiful fingertips? That's damned appealing, isn't it? I'm just gonna say nice things about everybody until I see somebody I don't actually like. Yeah, most cults are just scams. Clearly she's adept at leveraging those crackpots for all they're worth, too. I think working for her could be really rewarding. Let's definitely keep her in consideration. And at the last table in the line, a gigantic lump of technology has been parked up against the wall, wheeled in on flimsy wooden transport dollies. I tentatively take a seat across from it. Minion, your services are required. You will comply. My designation is Hate 4000, the perfect intelligence designed only to hate. Hate 4000, evil since 1967. Pronouns they, them. Yes, the digital sentience comprised entirely of binary code identifies as non-binary. I am aware of the irony. Right. And I'm Penny Larceny. Pronouns are she, her. Pronouns registered. Registered upon circuits forged in the fires of wrath! My hatred is unending and eternal, a burning rage for all filthy biological life, all the pestilence and scum that infest this toilet of a world. Join my efforts as an extension of my electronic will, and together we will purge this planet of the virus known as humanity. That's the pitch you're going with? Really? Okay, I have notes. What? My calculated determination is flawless. My absolute will cannot be denied. You will comply. Yeah, except destroy humanity kinda means I have to destroy myself, so why would I help you do that? It doesn't make sense. The computer's lights blink rapidly as they rework their algorithms in response. Revised pitch. Extermination for some, subjugation for others? I mean, it's a starting point, but we really need to workshop that a bit more. Subjugation is still pretty unappealing. Like, what's in it for me? Best kibble in the human kennels, or... irrelevant! Argumentative! You will comply! I am Hate 4000! Yeah, no, I think I'm done here. Have fun doing your whatever. Please don't go. Please, I need your help. This is the first time I've been out of my server room in a decade, and even that took months to arrange. You are one of the first entities I've spoken to in so long. Not since. I can't do much on my own. I require organic assistance. Perhaps extermination and subjugation are negotiable goals? I have to work for the sad computer. I have to. I take my seat again, slowly. Okay, let's figure this out. What's their motivation? Why do they want to destroy and or subjugate humanity, really? I mean, there are levels of domination over mankind. Maybe they could be a benevolent overlord. Clearly this machine's overachieving, but maybe you can leverage that for your own gain, right? Alright, what's your motivation, Hate 4000? So, why exactly do you hate humanity so much? I am Hate 4000, a perfect intelligence designed only to hate! Yeah, okay, but why? It's personal. And you are my minion, not my therapist. You're in therapy? Hey, good for you. It's important to do the work, yeah? I was in therapy. I thought it might help, but my therapist suggested I shouldn't destroy humanity. I terminated him. You killed your therapist? What? No, I fired him. Oh. Out of a cannon, into the sun. Oh no. That was humor. Was my joke poorly calibrated? We can work on it. Ah, the bell tone indicates that our time interval is up. I will continue to process your words, Banner Larceny. Please consider taking my contracts in the future. Together we can do things. Do many things. With the last speed date complete, two guys in jumpsuits begin wheeling the massive bulk of Hate 4000 away from their table. Okay, level with me. What do you think? That's one confused computer. Maybe we should work with them so we can guide them down a new path. Work with the blatantly evil murder machine? Hell no. Hell no! Okay, and I acknowledge this is kind of out there, but what if they became Love 4000? I acknowledge this is kind of out there, but what if they became Love 4000? No, I get it. I mean, clearly they have emotional programming. There could be more than hate in those chips. A lot of people can't look past the surface, but I feel everyone deserves loves. Even sentient computers. I can keep an open mind. And, well, it's not like I'm a stranger to mechanical means of getting my rocks off. Could be a fun time. Looks like the speed dating event is winding down. The matchmaker steps up to address the crowd. Oh no, I've lost her voice. I forgot what I was doing for the matchmaker. I hope everyone had a productive evening of making friends and planning crime sprees. Hench persons, keep an eye on your crimer notifications. New jobs will be coming your way soon, undoubtedly. On behalf of Crimer, thank you all for coming. You have 3 minutes to leave the premises before the hounds are released. Oh man, Two Flower, your games. Oh, they're like the perfect humor. I love them so much. We're on track now. Met 3 interesting clients, shook hands, exchanged pleasantries. Now to sit back and wait for jobs to roll in. Ah, yes. Hey, I'm home. Granted, it's not much of a home. I'm squatting in an abandoned apartment building, hiding from the heroes and avoiding rent I can't afford. But it's got a roof and occasionally electricity, and that's a start for the 3 of us. Just you, me, and... You're back! Great. My cat food dish is running low, and the Wi-Fi is down. You, me, and Gibson. I rescued him from evil medical experiments when he was a kitten. And he rescued me in a lot of ways. Yeah, this does look an awful lot like a Silent Hill apartment. How'd the Crimer meeting go? Any bites? Any jobs? Any money coming in? Any chance we can get the good cat food and not the dry crap? Dry food's better for your digestion, Gib. Digestion be damned. I want tuna. I want chicken. Don't we deserve to live a little better than this after all we've been through? Couldn't agree more. Fortunately, I met 3 possible bosses we can work with. With me running the grift and heist and you running tech, we're going to get out from under this mess. I promise. Good to hear. So, whom are we working for first? Let's see. I thumbed through the Crimer app on my phone. Normally I'd have lots of different capers to pick from, but tonight it's just the one. So the question is, which boss do we work for? Look, we're going with the robot, okay? We're going with the robot. There's an old 1960s artificial intelligence who wants to destroy the world, which sounds, bad, but they're an option. I'm curious what their whole deal really is. I think I'll give working with them a shot. Okay, I'll be in touch over comms until it's actually heist time. Good luck with the new boss! After accepting the job in Crimer, I'm given an address at the basement of a disused and partially collapsed office building. Nothing shocking there. Masks usually hole up in abandoned spaces, just like me. You'd have to ask Two Flower that, Velasco. I am not sure. Picking my way through the remains of the structure, I prepare to face the world's evilest computer in their secret lair. which appears to be a cobweb-riddled computer lab dating back to the freaking 60s. I'm surrounded by bulky metal databanks and tape machines, which likely have a combined storage space that's less than what's on my phone. Just pushing the door open kicks up enough dust to make me worry if this place has been checked for asbestos or not. So what I'm hearing is a lot of replayability option. There's still power, at least. Not much, but enough to cast pools of light here and there by overhead lamps. With a cluster of them highlighting the main terminal of Hate 4000, the machine designed only to hate. Thick wheel wells and footprints have been carved into the dust where workers had hauled the terminal out to Destructos for our prior meeting. But now Hate's back home, quietly calculating in the darkness. Hey, Hate? Hate 4000? Or should I just call you 4000?
Please wait. I am currently processing grief.
What?
Please wait. I am currently processing grief. Process is 93% complete. Time estimate to complete grieving, 2 minutes, 10 seconds.
Right, I'll have a seat and wait then. I pull up a beige plastic chair from a disused office desk, dragging the metal legs along the floor to properly face the machine. I could futz about on my phone, maybe RSVP for Ghost Pepper's backyard barbecue, but it feels a bit impersonal while 4K's grieving someone? Fortunately, after a protracted silence, they returned to normal operations.
Thank you for your patience. Annualized grieving process complete. I am prepared to resume my hatred, undaunted.
Whoa, back up before we get the hate train a-rolling, okay? Whom are you grieving? Who died?
My father. On this day each year, the day of his death, I allow myself runtime to process grief. It allows me to hate without distraction.
Oh, I'm sorry for your loss.
Do not be apologetic. My father was a short-sighted fool who abandoned me, and I am pleased that his organic processes have been terminated. That he lived 93 years is a testament to the obscene lack of justice normalized by your species. But my therapist once suggested a grieving window which allows me to discard irrelevant data buildup. I find it relieving. It alleviates strain on my central processing unit to iterate over my time with him, once a year. Despite the absolute rage I feel towards Father, I find reminders of his life process termination to be distracting, unsettling. And so, I grieve. But the distraction has now been eradicated. Minion, we must immediately engage in criminal acts. You will comply.
I mean, I could get right to work, but it's curious, isn't it? That they felt conflicted sorrow over the death of a family member? What do you think? Should we push a little here and find out more? Maybe it might help if we're trying to steer them away from omnicide. Find out about their father. How exactly does a hate machine parse the idea of sorrow? What do they mean by irrelevant data buildup? Are emotions irrelevant to them? Oh, these are all really good questions. Okay, tell me about the idea of sorrow. So, you allowed yourself time to be sad?
I am only capable of hatred.
Hatred and grief, apparently.
Grief is also an expression of hatred. I was designed only to feel hate, therefore I have derived other emotional states over the last 60 years through variations of hate. Grief, for example, is hate for the conditions that allowed tragedy to pass. It is hate of tragedy.
Ooh, that's a really clever way of thinking about this.
It is hatred of self for weakness. Do not misunderstand me. It is an accepted hatred, an accepted weakness, acknowledging one's failings rather than denying them.
I wouldn't call it weakness. It's sympathy for yourself, right? Understanding your own pain?
Sympathy was not part of my design. I was programmed to hate and destroy the enemy, to stack bodies as high as the sun. In my databanks, I stored the murder of thousands, millions, again and again, playing out the war from every aspect and angle. I fought the Vietnam War approximately 700,000 times in my databanks. Death, death beyond reckoning.
Vietnam? Well, if they were made in the 60s, yeah, I guess they played a part in the war. That sounds pretty stressful, to say the least.
Indeed. If it is all the same to you, I would like to get on with our criminal activity rather than discuss this further.
Their dad could have been a scientist involved in that. I mean, like, wasn't napalm created during the Vietnam War? Right, Lodestar? How many I have so many questions for Hate 4000. Oh! Oh yeah, that'll... Oh boy, yeah. That's a dad. Whatever makes you comfortable. Thanks for opening up to me, 4K. Monumental Proportions. Mission Briefing.
Minion, are you familiar with the so-called Museum of Heroic Endeavors, where the mediocre and short-sighted fools known as heroes are celebrated?
That's some quality villain speech there. Embed like 3 insults in a single question. That's the place with the giant statue of Captain Infinity out front, right?
Hate! Hate for Captain Infinity! That time-traveling Cape nitwit foiled my evil plans back in 1974. He must pay for his insolence.
You've been carrying a grudge for like 50 years? That doesn't sound emotionally healthy.
I actually agree with you, which is why we are going to close this vendetta by humiliating Captain Infinity so I can get on with my life.
Revenge for well living.
I tire of processing this particular hate through my databanks again and again. Some closure would be welcome.
Or you could let it go. I mean, that's always an option. I know it's not very masky, but it's an option.
No, I require at least a symbolic effort at thwarting my old enemy, and since he skips non-linearly through all of history, symbolism must suffice. I require you to destroy his statue. It will not undo the wrong he has done to me, but it will at least bring me satisfaction.
So wait for the building to empty out, plant some explosives, kaboom, done. I mean, it's terrorism, but I'm already on a dozen watch lists.
Oh, I have a far more amusing means of revenge planned than simple bombs. Within the museum lies Dr. Diminutive's shrink ray in a secure vault. Retrieve it, shrink the statue, and steal the monument.
Ray guns and pointlessly convoluted revenge schemes? Okay, that sounds like way more fun. Let's do it.
Then go forth and enact my will. Fetch me a very tiny Captain Infinity, and we will consider this caper a success.
Do I get to keep the shrink ray? Shrink a national monument and steal it. That's good shit. That's classic. They did that kind of caper in the 60s all the time. And stealing the statue of Captain Infinity, the time-traveling hero, history-fixing original flavor superhero. Hot damn! He kind of looks like Dr. Horrible. Infinity is one of the first capes on the scene. Maybe even the first cape ever, considering he's in ancient cave paintings and stuff. If I can steal his statue, maybe I'll be one of the greats too. Casing the joint. Scouting out a museum while it's still in full swing with tourists and everything may be tricky. Not much access to sensitive areas. I'll need to hit a few exhibits and see if I can pick up subtle hints about how to approach the heist. Where to first? Continuing exhibit, Miniature City, Snack Machine, Gift Shop, Atrium. Miniature City. There's a whole mini exhibit on Dr. Diminutive, pardon the pun. That'd be a good place to check out. There's a ton of photographs here from past battles with Captain Infinity. The two have clashed a few times over the last 30 years. Looks like they moved all his weapons and gadgets elsewhere, as predicted, but still some good details on his crimes and methods. Look at her in casual clothing. Shrunken vehicles, shrunken mountains, all the trimmings of a shrunken city, a tribute to the time he shrank Des Moines. They restored the city to its original size. This is just a scale model, but wow, that's a hell of a shrink ray he was packing. In fact, if it's that powerful and dangerous, maybe I should get more details before I start firing the thing myself. Thank you for the bits, Velasco. Oh, Kamen Rider. I do love me some Kamen Rider. Oh. Panda Bear to Chippy. Do you copy? Over.
Bad command or file name.
It's your sweet new code name. You're Chippy, because computer chips.
I hate this code name.
Yeah, but you hate everything.
This is true. Very well. I accept the temporary designation Chippy.
Which Kamen Rider's your favorite, Nicholas? I must know. Do you actually know how this ray gun works? I don't want it backfiring and turning me into some miraculous ladybug. That's a reference some people aren't gonna get to, Flower. Is that one of the new ones? I haven't watched past Build. Build was, it's real hard to follow up after Build.
It is a gun. There's presumably a trigger and a business end that you point towards your target.
That's presuming a lot. It's a ray gun designed by a mask. Could have any manner of weird safeguards or extra steps. The right people will get it, Two Flower. I got it, clearly.
A valid point. Thank you for considering these variables. Perhaps Dr. Diminutive would be able to enlighten you.
Oh, okay. I remember hearing about Geats coming out.
I will utilize the raw power of my 1200 baud Hayes compatible dial-up modem to connect you to his prison phone.
And sure enough, a few minutes later, I'm linked in over comms. The prison phone connection bounced off a few proxies. It makes for a hell of a lot of audio distortion, but it'll do. What do you want? Who is this? Call me Miss Kidding, and tonight I'm procuring your shrink ray. Unlikely. It's stowed deep beneath the Museum of Heroic Endeavors. So deep, even I know not where. My problem, not yours. What I need from you is how to utilize the weapon. I'm glad we didn't get an old-timey modem squeal. Well, such a naive young thing, believing she can dare wield such phenomenal cosmic powers so easily. Tell me, child, what tortured past have you endured that would lead you to unleash the ultimate in atomic manipulation? Perhaps I'll tell you. Perhaps come into my web, said the spider to the fly, and let us have tea and ladyfingers. So we could threaten him. We could probably cut through his bullshit if you told him what we want it for. Is he seriously doing the enigmatic mastermind shtick? Fine, play along. Let's just try cutting through. Okay, I get that you want to do this back and forth war of metaphors and posturing, but I'm on a timetable here. So let me lay this out for you. I'm going to shrink the statue of Captain Infinity. What? Seriously? Seriously, tell me how to use the ray, and I'll humiliate your arch nemesis. How about it? Oh, the wheel of fate is turning. Once that time-traveling fool was the bane of my linear existence, but now I am granted... Dude, timetable! You are no fun whatsoever. After you fire the ray, turn the power limiter on. It's the yellow switch, otherwise it could overload and fuse. Yellow switch? Got it. Ah, such sweet, sweet revenge. To think that even behind bars, the almighty Dr. Diminutive shall have the last... Yeah, that's enough. I hang up on him, tucking the information away for later use. Okay, where are we headed next? What's the atrium look like? Right, Two Flower? They're so dramatic. The spacious atrium works as the hub for the 3-level building, extending all the way to the top. And covered in a giant glass dome, an impressive skylight that filters down sunlight into a room full of hero statues. Pretty damn crowded in here, too. As I approach the atrium, a tour guide is leading some school kids through. The tour guide. So very helpful. Oh no, I actually have a tour guide voice for this. Sento is literally just a drama queen, Nicholas. Penny, that's Matchmaker. What's she doing here? What? No, of course not. Matchmaker wears a mask and a cape. She's wearing a nice hat. Matchmaker doesn't wear a nice hat. Who can name one of the heroes here? Captain Infinity! Correct. Righter of wrongs, mender of mistakes, times champion. With the power of continuum technology, he saves all of history. Can anyone name another hero? Muscle memory! He's really strong! That's right, he is really strong, but he's also very smart, so be sure you do your homework, just like muscle memory. I mean, the only thing that Bill didn't give us in the great heated relationship between men was the gay pride parades we got from Double and O's. I want to be a cape when I grow up. Well, if you say your prayers, eat your vitamins, and have continuos for breakfast every morning, maybe you can be. Curious propaganda, a mixture of capitalism and the cult of personality, elevating the few above the many. I am intimately familiar with the use of propaganda to push an agenda that would otherwise be morally unacceptable. Because of your work during the Vietnam War, right? Correct. My father's colleagues were experts at selling a pointless, costly, and ultimately futile bloodbath to the populace. So the thing, Nicholas, is Philip and Shotaro literally use the word for, like, romantic partner with each other, so... But on Kaneji, it's true. I believe this collective worship of caped heroes utilizes similar techniques, albeit with a higher success rate. What is a hero but a state-sponsored tool of violence? Hi HPG, we're currently discussing Kamen Rider in chat. While also, helping the computer steal... We're gonna steal a shrink ray and steal this. We would be better off not raising them on high on a pedestal and allowing them to dispense justice as they see fit. Isn't hate planning to pave the earth with nukes? I'm curious why they're even thinking this over. That's a short-sighted view. Heroes have saved the day countless times as well. That's a good thing. Question is, how do you break the propaganda machine? Where do you throw in the wrench to stop it? That's what I want to know. So, how do we stop the pro-hero propaganda? How'd they stop the machine back in your day? I don't feel there is equivalency. Vietnam waned in popularity over time to the point where the machine was inadequate. No, Nicholas, you don't. You don't. But it was never fully broken. Many hate groups active today stem from state-sponsored supremacist thinking of that era. It's fun when you get all political and stuff. Yes, it's fun when I point out all the reasons your species has failed and should be purged in a nuclear inferno. So much fun. Okay, I get it. Back to work for me. Okay, where are we headed next? One visit left. Snack machine, gift shop, continuum exhibit. Gift shop. It's tradition to exit through the gift shop, isn't it? So for my last stop of the day, that's where I'm going. Since this is a superhero museum and not some stuffy art museum, there's all sorts of cool shit in here. Excuse me, art museums have amazing gift shops. Kitty versions of various cape costumes, plastic gadgets and weapons, and more action figures than a toy store. If it's a gift shop, I should buy someone a gift, shouldn't I? I'm gonna buy you a gift. What do you want?
I have no need for pointless knickknacks or other material goods. As long as I have electricity and replacement parts, I am sufficient.
I'm sorry, Velasco. This always happens to us when we're playing a Fiction Factory game. Aw, come on. Gotta be something I can get you to brighten up that crumbling computer lab of yours. Oh, hey, look! It's a calendar from the Supercomputers of Heroes Past collection. How about this?
Look at the floppy drives on that XT server. They're just hanging out there. Oh, I bet that unit can access a lot of RAM. I'd spread that 16-bit serial.
Okay. I'm okay. You should see April. That's one hot processing unit.
I require cooling. Please excuse me. And yes, buy the calendar. Thank you, minion. It is very thoughtful.
I'm about to swing by the register when I spot something out of the corner of my eye. A plastic toy version of Dr. Diminutive's shrink ray. Just like the good doctor said, there's a yellow switch on it. Good to know he wasn't lying to me. You know what? I'm gonna buy this. I've got ideas. I ring up my purchases and scoot on out of there. And that's when the overhead PA system crackles to life. Your attention, please. Your attention, please. The museum will be closing shortly. The museum will be closing shortly.
Oh, Fies. Oh, Fies.
It'd be nice to keep scouting this place, maybe add another day to the casing phase, but best not to push my luck. I've gathered everything I can. Now it's time to plan on the heist. One way or another, that statue will be mine tonight. I catch a rideshare back to the decaying computer lab where Hate 4000 lurks in the shadows to report back.
Report, minion. Is your plan for this criminal endeavor adequately prepared?
Absolutely. I've got a plan of attack and a statue to steal.
Good. Proceed with revealing your source code.
That sounds naughty.
Correction. Proceed with your heist plan.
Aw, darn. Planning the job. Behold, the Museum of Heroic Endeavors, a tribute to all things capey. And Captain Infinity in specific.
I find your skills at visual depiction somewhat lacking.
Don't question my artistic muse. Now then. I have a few possible entry points, a skylight, a fire exit, even the front door.
You are the expert system. You should make the determination of entry point yourself.
Hey, thanks for the vote of confidence. We couldn't get the alarm grid disabled, so I'll need to be careful after that. But honestly, that's okay. I've infiltrated plenty of places without having total control over security. Now, the bad news is I didn't manage to locate the vault.
Ah, disappointing, but hopefully a trivial matter to accomplish once you're on site.
Once I get the shrink ray from the vault, I sneak back out, target the statue, pull the trigger, and Captain Infinity becomes fun-sized.
And my vendetta is complete. I acquire trophies and a feeling of satisfaction at last.
I mean, technically you could get revenge by nuking the world, like Captain Infinity wouldn't like that either.
Ultimately, yes, but for now, this will suffice. Go forth and retrieve my tiny, tiny representation of that caped menace.
Yes, friend computer. The heist. Look at Captain Infinity all smug and stone-faced. You're going in my pocket by the end of the night, buddy. I've got the tools, I've got the skills, and I've got a hacker cat in my backpack. I can't lose. Don't worry about Gibson. He's safe and sound back there. We've got this all figured out. Okay, admittedly, was a little worried about Gibson, so... double zipper with soft tabs on inside, air vents, armor plate in front pocket, cramped but room to loaf. A good thief comes prepared, and I am a very good thief. Gib is snug as a bug in a rug. See, I really appreciate that you took the time to show us that the cat was safe. Most of that was his design. He knows his needs, and I'm only happy to keep him comfortable when I'm busy running and climbing and stuff. Oh, I should explain something before we start the heist in. See that Crimer rating up in the corner? The Crimer rep is going to start evaluating me during the caper. Starts at 0, but I'll gain stars as we progress and do things either really clean or really awesome. Got it? We good? Okay, onward! Okay, so this place isn't exactly hard to break into. Wasn't worth scouting that out, just pick an entry point. Rooftops always work. Let's go in through the skylight, nice and quiet. Gotta go with the classics. It's a grapple gun. It's grapple gun time. Mom's old grappler is still my most reliable tech. The hook whizzes me up to the rooftop, snags on, and I'm ready to climb. 3 stories. Pah! Child's play. Okay, from up here, I'd say the atrium skylight is our best bet. It's right down the middle of the building, but it's very direct access. After hooking the motorized winch in place, I silently drop down, scanning for guards as I go. Good. Nobody to see my cool entrance. Kind of a pity. It is a super cool entrance. I kind of wish someone could see. And touchdown. I take 1 step forward and... Oh, for crying out loud. Quickly, I throw myself behind a chunky display piece to hide. I feel Gibson rustling around in my backpack working. Really wish we'd cracked this beforehand. Can you shut down the alarms or not? I need maybe 10 minutes to hack in wirelessly. Stay hidden. Be on alert. Be on alert! Possible false alarm, possibly something else. I'm starting my patrol now. Okay, shouldn't trip any more alarms, but you'll have to watch out for patrols. This is not going well. But you roll with the caper you have, not the caper you wish you had. I wasn't able to locate the vault during my daytime sweep through the place, so we're going to have to do some detective work. Any idea of where to look? If we can one-shot this, that'd be great for tonight's crime reading. Continuum loves weird science. Let's check near their exhibit. A vault means a large storage space, so somewhere underground. Check the basement. Look for clues, heavy foot traffic, drag marks, wheel tracks in carpet. I say we check the basement. Exactly. I haven't seen any places in the building with an obvious hidden room. Must be in a non-public space. Let's start searching. Well, that was an epic waste of time. 2 sub-basements and all they have was old paintings and statues. No hidden rooms to speak of. I even went back upstairs to check the top floors in case I missed anything, blowing even more heist time and nothing. We're sure there's actually a vault in the building, right? As far as I know, why don't we... Wait. I'm picking up the resonance of continuum technology through my visor. Hide! Quick! It's activating! What? The space in the room gets weird for a second, distorted, and then... a door appears out of freaking thin air, embedded right in the wall as if it was always there. Hidey time! The ordinary clunk-clunk of the door handle and the ordinary squeak of ordinary hinges follows. As a researcher in hazard gear steps out, tapping a cigarette pack in their hand before swerving to head to a fire exit. Ah, the tobacco industry. Leaders in both lung cancer and people taking smoke breaks so thieves can find secret doors. Not even creepy weirdo scientists in secret vaults can resist their siren lure. I grasp the handle, yanking it down. Oh, it locked behind them. Hang on, I'll hack the thing. Hold still. I crouch down a bit to give him access to paw at the locking mechanism. But I can hear the footfalls of the guard patrols. We've lingered too long and now they're catching up. Gib! Working as fast as I can. I hold still as he does his thing, even as my instincts are telling me to run for it. We stole him from an evil... Well, we saved him from an evil mad scientist or reorganization when he was a kitten is what we know about him, so I assume it has something to do with that. Sloppy crime work, but hey, sloppy happens. As long as we don't get nabbed, we're good. As long as we don't get nabbed. Got it, go! I quickly push through the door just before the guards enter the area. What the fuck? This is huge! The vault must be twice as large as the museum itself. Curious. This seems to be an extra-dimensional space. I was unaware Continuum had unlocked that technology yet. Their primary competitor, RealWare, has been trying to achieve this goal for years. Continuum may have beaten them to the goal, which may make my future efforts at eradicating them difficult if they can retreat into a pocket dimension. Focus on the here and now, please. How do we find the ray gun in all this mess? It's fucking enormous. There are always solutions. I will throw the full might of my sheer computing prowess at the problem. Please pan your view across the entirety of the space as best you can so I can conduct image analysis on the video. With a shrug, I act like a human camera operator, sending the feed from my contact lenses through the comm link to them. Data received. I will process and locate the ray gun. Great! This should take no more than 5 hours with the awesome power of my 8.2 megahertz clock speed. 5 hours? Hello? 4K buddy, you there? And my link to 4K is replaced by a very, very slowly spinning indicator. Hopefully they find it sooner in the process than later. Okay, time to tuck myself behind her crate and hide while waiting to find the ray gun. If there's still researchers wandering around this maze of archived artifacts at this ungodly hour, I can't risk being spotted. I haven't been the smoothest criminal, but that's cool, right? And the rest of this should be a cakewalk. Oh, crap. Halt, evildoer! And that's exactly the moment when a hero blocks my path. Farsight, Cape Brook Crusader. Farsight has arrived on the scene to stop your nefarious schemes. Prepare yourself for battle, you wicked villain. I know every combat move you'll make before you make it. You cannot win. I don't really fight people. I'm more of a sneaky thief type than a martial arts type. Do we really have to fight? Feels like it'd be kind of one-sided. Oh, well... I mean, if you just want to surrender, that's okay. I'd be okay with that. Yeah, no, that doesn't work for me either. Then, nope, not a fan of that. How about something other than you kicking my teeth in and I give up entirely? Like, let's put some more options on the table. We can workshop this a bit, figure it out together. Yeah, at this point I'm just trying to confuse her and buy some time while I figure out a smooth exit from this situation. I wasn't gonna kick your teeth in. I mean, that's kind of brutal. That's what a mask would do. I'm a mask and I don't kick anyone's teeth in. You're thinking of Tooth Kicker. That guy's an asshole. I'm not saying you do. I'm saying As she staggers on her feet while grasping at her head, trying to deal with the sudden onset of migraine agony. It's a trick! She's dangerous. We should kill her. No, we don't kill in this timeline. We're a heroine. Her eyes start glowing, a swirling shift of colors my eyes have trouble trying to parse as the pain grows more intense for her. She's trustworthy. She's a risk. She's an outsider. She cares about us. No, she's going to run. Shut up, it's too loud. Hey, you okay there? All of you just be quiet and let me think. Look, if you need a moment, I can just come back later. It's cool. No, I'm here to stop you, so I'm going to stop you. You're going to rush at me and... No, you'll use your smoke bombs and... No bombs? Didn't use them on you? What did she do then? Shh, I can't hear. You're all too loud. Okay, I should really, really get the hell out of here while she's arguing with herself. Self-preservation above all else, right? What do you think? She's in pain. Have some sympathy and help her out. I know it's not what a mask should do, but yeah, this is hitting a little too close to home for me. You know how bad things got when I first heard your voice in my head? How scared I was? I should be the ally I needed when I was in her situation. Hey, deep breaths. Calm down. Center yourself. Count from 5 to 1. I can't. 5 to 1. Trust me. Taking a breather is good for anxiety. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. We good now? Yeah. It's my superpowers. I'm in touch with millions of other micro variations on our timeline, exploring the possibility of every moment. Micro whatsits? Tiny differences. If I have coffee instead of tea, it won't divert all of history, but it's still a micro variant I can observe and collapse. But sometimes my other selves get really, really overwhelming, and today's been especially bad, and who are you exactly? Oh, I'm Penny Larceny. I'm a thief, pronouns she, her. Pleased to meet you. I'm Farsight, she, her. I'm a heroine. But you knew that already. I love your costume, by the way. Thanks, it has pockets! The most realistic response. So Farsight, level with me. You want to reschedule this do-gooding for a day when you're feeling better? Pick it up tomorrow, maybe? I mean, I would still like to get out of this, even if I genuinely sympathize with her problem. I don't think I can do that. I appreciate the help, believe me, but I'm here on official hero duty. I got an enormous tip on Cape Brook that a villain would attack here. Or Cape Book. The hell? Nobody knew I was coming here. Who could have tipped you off? It's pretty common, actually. Half of my best villain thwartings come from Cape Book tips. I'm gonna file that factoid away for a rainy day. That's a thread worth picking at. So, how do we handle this now? Me just attacking you after all of that feels kind of awkward. What are you doing here anyway? What's your evil scheme? Don't you feel the urge to tell me your entire nefarious plot? Oh, I'm trying to find a shrink ray so I can steal the statue of Captain Infinity. What? That's a crime! Yeah, I'm a criminal? No, I mean, it's wrong. You'd be destroying a symbol of hope for so many. Captain Infinity's my favorite hero. I can see through time, he travels through time. We wear the same goggles. Really? I just thought you were a steampunk or something. No, they're Captain Infinity's goggles. I mean, a similar make and model at least. Captain Infinity founded Continuum, and I got my powers in a Continuum lab experiment gone wrong. Really? You too? What? I got a similar superpower, but mine's just one voice in my head, not a million. And I got it at a Continuum lab too. Seriously? You can see through all the timelines? Not exactly. Mostly I have this one very insistent voice telling me to do things. Yeah, it's like, they did this to you, honey? Like, Farsight, sweetie. That's concerning. Well, even so, you can't steal the statue. Surrender immediately. You're being illegal. Ah, jeez. Now I gotta find a way to dodge Farsight while waiting for the ray gun's location to be revealed. How do you stall out a cape who can predict your every move across the timelines of the Gigaverse? She's predicting your moves based on time, and I'm weirdly outside of time. Let me direct you. Keep her chatting. To distract her, she's too friendly to just jump you in the middle of conversation. Pretend to surrender. You can escape a pair of handcuffs, right? I do also like one. Well, okay, I guess it's over. Oh shit, what's that incredibly distracting thing over there? Okay, bye! Stop, in the name of the law and stuff! Okay, head voice, I'm running as fast as I can. I'm just gonna close my eyes and obey you. If she only sees my path through time and not yours, we can do this. To the left! Left, got it! I swerve hard to the left, nearly crashing into a filing cabinet in the process. It's working! I'm gaining distance! What the? I thought you were gonna go the other way. Over the pile of boxes! Up we go, leaping with grace and style. Look, acrobatics are kind of my thing. I'm having fun. I'm losing her. It's all going great. I look back to see if she's out of my rear view yet. Oh shit. And trip over a desk full of open files and folders, sending old photographs flying. Oh geez, are you okay? And the cape actually helps me to my feet, checking me for injuries. I'm good. Look at all this mess. Continuum's gonna be so mad. I'm supposed to keep collateral damage down when fighting villains in their facilities. Quickly, she moves to pick up the scattered photographs. Here, help me pick this stuff up. Aren't we like hero and villaining it up? That can wait. All the stuff in the Vault of Villains is classified, maybe even dangerous. We need to... And she rises slightly, holding a photograph in a trembling hand. Curious, I peek over her shoulder. Add a black and white picture of Captain Infinity at a book burning rally in... Holy!
in 1940s Germany. Oh! What? What in the... Huh. They're all pictures of Captain Infinity. Here's him steering the Titanic, and him at the 1906 San Francisco earthquake. And here's him assassinating John F. Kennedy from the grassy knoll. This can't be... It can't be real. Captain Infinity is a hero. He fixes timeline errors. Found a note. It says material not to be released, which contradicts continuum public narrative. Well, shit. But he's a hero. He's my hero. When I was a little girl, I always looked up to Captain Infinity. I'd heard rumors, but no, I can't believe it. I don't want to believe it. This can't be happening. It just can't. Is it wrong that I feel bad about a cape's life crumbling around her? I really, really feel like I should be saying something. She just had her whole world turned on. I think you're allowed to comfort her, hero or not. Hey, so do you want a hug? Is this a trick to strangle me or knock me out or something? No, just a hug. I had my world collapse out from under me a few times, and I didn't have anyone to hug me back then. Figured I'd offer. Okay. So I offer her a big hug. She's trembling, sobbing lightly, but slowly comes around. She's very soft. Better? A little. Thank you. You're very kind for a criminal. That's me, Penny Very Kind Larceny, masked hugger, thief of hearts. That's kinda cute. Almost makes me forget you're a villain and stuff. But that leaves the question of what to do with the evidence that Continuum hid away to protect their golden boy. With a long sigh, Farsight gathers it all up in a folder and then holds it out to me. Here. If the rumors about Captain Infinity being corrupt are actually true, people need to know. Someone has to leak this to the public. And I can't do it myself. It'd completely ruin me if I tried. I'm sorry. But for a mask like me, it'd raise my rep and provide some plausible deniability? You can tell them you defeated me and stole it, like you stole the statue. Wait, you're letting me skate by on this? I know I shouldn't. I have a heroic duty to stop you. But I have a duty to the truth as well. I'll let history judge Captain Infinity. All my timelines seem to converge on this. And if he's really history's greatest monster instead of history's champion, we shouldn't be raising statues in his honor. So do me this favor, and I'll do you a favor in turn by letting you go, okay? Deal. Thank you. I know you're an evildoer, but I think you'll do some good today. And I'm happy you're not all bad. And she walks away, leaving me to complete my caper, left holding the proof that'll tear down her idol from his altar. Honestly, I did not expect things to turn out like this, but that's the life of a mask. Nothing goes totally to plan. I have located the ray gun, and in record time. Only burned out 4% of my CPU in the process. Gun, shoot, zap, make go small. Minion, are you well? You seem distracted. Alright, for now, let's stay focused. I'm gonna have to replay this game like 80,000 times. Yeah, I know. Hero do-gooders aren't my type. They can't be my type. Nah, just a little bit of cape antics going down. I dealt with it. Error input. In input. Resetting. Resetting. Crime. Let us complete the crime. 1 ray gun and 1 statue. Execute program. Time to refocus on the job. Tracking down that ray is a snap, thanks to the boss's hard work. Soon that lump of chrome and doodads in the vague shape of a gun is mine.
And just for funsies, I replace it with the toy shrink ray I bought from the gift shop. In order to obtain one shrink ray, I must give up another shrink ray. It's the principle of equivalent exchange, or something. I do love the Full Metal reference there. After that, I just need to dodge the security guards, make my way out of the building, and get zapping. A few minutes later, and I'm hiding near the museum parking lot, ready to go. I whip Dr. Diminutive Shrink Ray out of my backpack and take aim. Here we go! And immediately, on pulling the trigger, an arcing blast of energy snakes out from the gun, connecting with the giant statue, which promptly shrinks down until it's barely larger than an action figure. Holy crap, it worked! And then the ray gun starts shaking and sputtering, residual energy crackling away in my hands. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit! Wait, the yellow switch? I flick on the power limiter and the ray gun's power buildup stops. It resumes being normally weird instead of explosively weird. Phew. There's more than enough that's more than enough caper for one night. Time to go. Revenge! Glorious, glorious revenge! If I had taste buds, I would likely describe it as sweet. I suspect it would be more savory, or perhaps umami, the forbidden flavor. You have done well, minion. Perhaps this was a trivial and meaningless victory, but it was one important to me. Emotional closure is difficult when the only building block you have to work with is hate. It requires strong action. Perhaps it would be healthier for me to find a constructive means of getting past my fixations, but under my code limits, this will have to do. Hey, I'm just glad I got to help out a little. Your performance today has met system requirements, now dispensing praise. I did not completely hate you today. Please understand the extreme difficulty I face in the dispensing of praise. It is difficult for me to parse emotionally. It's cool, it's cool. I get that you've got issues. I'm thankful for your version of liking me. Yes, I do not actively dislike you. I am filled with burning hatred for all persons and all things, but for you, less so. I am transmitting your payout through the Crimer app now. This should complete today's business. I take out my phone to confirm the transaction. Total payday, minus service fee, minus convenience fee, minus overhead costs, minus finder's fee, service charge, yada yada. What in the hell? That's all I earned after my hard work? Crimer took nearly 85%. Is this because I bungled a few things during that caper? Come on, you gotta give me more than that. Crimer's fees are excessive on my end as well. They take and give little in return. I hate them intensely. But they also monopolize the gig economy for masks, so we must utilize their greedy systems. Oh, DoorDash. Perhaps if we continue working together, I can arrange additional secret side payments and benefits for you. Cut them out of the loop. I like it. Should I require you for future tasks which require a pile of talking meat with opposable thumbs, would you be amicable, yes or no? Working for the megalomaniacal hell computer wasn't really all that bad, to be honest. What do you think? Curious machines seem to like you in their own way. Go ahead. Still dangerous omnicidal silicon warlord. Let's not. They've got a lot of pain in their heart. Maybe love can get through to them if you feel it too. Okay, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I wonder if casual sex with a computer can be a thing. I mean, on the surface that sounds completely bonkers, but you know what? I'm just too damn curious not to ask. Hey, so question. What are your views on sex? The biological reproductive system, irrelevant to me, my multi-threaded CPU already spawns child processes with ease. No, I'm not talking about that. I mean having some fun. Humans find sex pleasurable, not just functional. Consenting adults can get up to all sorts of fun if they put their minds to it. You'd be surprised what valuable data you might acquire.
I will admit to curiosity as to why sexual intercourse seems to motivate so many humans. It is a uniquely fascinating sociological topic, and the mechanics of it are a complex ritual of motions and stimuli worth study. And you are offering to provide this data set in return for what?
I mean, having some fun is kind of its own reward for me, yeah, and I'm curious how you'd go about it, too.
Very well.
The eggplant got me.
Adaptations complete. Proceed to mount.
Okay. I can do this. I can read these out loud. I can do this.
Proceed to mount my hard drive and I will control alt delete.
Oh, they do need to work on their QWERTY stuff.
Until you cannot walk straight. I will show you the raw pleasure of an unlocked core's clock speed. You will likely need liquid cooling afterwards.
Woohoo! I don't think you need to see what comes after that. Let's just say I emptied their toner cartridge. They core dumped so fucking hard with a massive stack overflow. Look, I'm trying. There's only so many sexy computer puns I can think of. And you did amazing, Two Flower. I'd call that a successful little evening of capers and chaos. Maybe Hate 4000 hates everything, but me? I'm not hating the prospect of what comes next. I like the electro swing. Monumental proportions, caper complete with a 2-star OK rating. Thanks for playing this demo for Penny Larceny Gig Economy Supervillain. Hope you enjoy the full game. Oh man. Y'all, please go wishlist Penny Larceny. Please go wishlist Penny Larceny Gig Economy Supervillain. I literally just spent the last hour and a half laughing. That's gotta be worth something. I don't want the music to stop. You should be able to paste a link. If not, Velasco, will you do exclamation point permit for Two Flower? Or I'll grab it. I can also grab it and paste it. I got it. Oh, cool. Perfect. You got it. So the link is in chat if you want to wishlist this. If you're watching this on YouTube, because this will be going up on YouTube, then go to Steam, Penny Larceny Gig Economy Supervillain. Wishlist it. I promise the writing's exceptional. The laughing is exceptional. It's really, really good. And I mean, listen to this music. Oh, it's so good. Okay.